Singles Inferno Season 4 aired earlier this year and featured a brand new lineup of men and women hoping to find love under the sun. Set on a remote island once again, the season brought together models, actors, business owners, and students, all with different personalities and backgrounds. Some came in loud, others stayed quiet, but every one of them left a mark on the show. Below is a full list of the cast, with details about who they are, what they do, and what made them stand out. Make sure to watch until the end and let us know your favorite. First, let's take a look at the stunning female participants featured in this season of the show. One of the most recognizable faces to longtime K-pop fans, Lee Si-an, born in 1999, had already been in the spotlight long before setting foot on Inferno. She had trained under several major agencies and appeared on high-profile survival shows like Idol School and Produce 48, though she never made it to debut. After stepping away from the idol world, she found a new path in modeling, working with big brands like New Balance and COSRX. On the show, her calm confidence and thoughtful approach stood out, and she quickly became one of the most talked about contestants. But after filming Wrapped, controversy followed. Her former agency, Leaders Entertainment, filed a lawsuit claiming she had violated an exclusive contract, sparking public debate about her career choices and legal standing. Despite the tension, her popularity only grew online, with fans defending her independence and career moves. The youngest and possibly the most talked about after the show, Kim Min-seol, born in 2001, came in with a bright, bold presence. Off-camera, she's a freelance news anchor and sportscaster for SPO TV, and has done acting work on the side. She studied acting formally and appeared in smaller roles in dramas like Fall for You and Cafe Minam Dang. What many didn't see during the show was how long she'd been working in both broadcast and entertainment, building her name behind the scenes. Since her time on Inferno, she's gained a strong online following, mixing career-focused posts with glimpses into her personal life. So far, she's avoided controversy, but she's kept herself in the public eye with steady updates and a confident media presence. Someone whose background felt totally different from the rest, Chung Yoo-jin, born in 1996, brought an artistic and quiet energy to the group. She's currently working on a master's degree in dance at Ewha Women's University, focusing on both traditional Korean and modern styles. Outside of school, she's part of a dance company called Homo Nomad and teaches classes to younger students. She's also an experienced freediver, often sharing peaceful underwater clips on her social media. On the show, she kept to herself more than others, and some fans felt she didn't get enough screen time to fully show who she was. After the show aired, she returned to her normal life and avoided the influencer circuit that many others jumped into, keeping things mostly low-key and creative. Quietly, one of the most interesting people in the cast, Bae Jae-yeon, born in 1999, worked as a spatial designer before joining the show, a job that involves arranging physical environments to suit brands and events. She's also modeled and appeared in music videos, including as the female lead in Jaeha's 2023 MV. On Inferno, she kept a calm and observant presence, and while she wasn't the loudest or most aggressive in her pursuit of romance, her personality made an impression. After the show, some viewers online pointed out that she may have been overlooked by both the editing and the audience, sparking discussion about how quiet women are often portrayed on dating shows. Since then, she's continued working in design while gradually gaining more attention from fans interested in her style and lifestyle. The one with the pageant crown, Kim Hye-jin, born in 1998, had already been known in Korea as Miss Korea 2020 before joining the show. She had also spent time as an idol trainee, though like Sion, she chose to take her career in a different direction. By the time she appeared on Inferno, she had already been working as a professional model, mostly in the beauty and eyewear space. Her poise and elegance were obvious, but she also managed to show vulnerability, which surprised many fans. After the show wrapped, she signed with Merry-Go-Round Company, the same agency behind several actors and rising influencers. There hasn't been any major controversy tied to her since the show, and she seems to be focusing on shifting into acting while maintaining her modeling work. Another girl who left viewers with a strong impression, Kim A-rin, born in 1999, had a different kind of fame before Inferno. She had been working as a commercial model for beauty, bridal, and fitness campaigns, and also ran a modestly successful YouTube channel where she shared vlogs, morning routines, and behind-the-scenes clips from her shoots. On the show, her easygoing vibe and natural beauty made her popular, especially after she started forming a connection with Kook Dong-ho. Their chemistry became one of the more talked-about pairings of the season. After filming, she leaned more into content creation and social media, regularly posting updates for her fans and keeping a solid, scandal-free image. The last girl to arrive, and the one who came in as a surprise entry, Park Hae-lean, born in 2000, had already been around the industry in different ways. She was a film arts major at Sejong University, training to be an actress, but her experience went back to idol training days at JYP and participation in the survival show Mix 9. She finally made her acting debut in 2024 with a small role in the K-drama Taro, where she played a snack bar owner. While she came in later than the others, her youthful energy and openness gave her a lot of attention, and viewers responded well to her honest and slightly nervous approach to dating. Since the show, she's continued to balance school with her growing entertainment career and is expected to appear in more TV and digital roles soon. Now, let's take a look at the handsome male contestants who appeared in this reality TV show. One of the oldest in the group, but easily one of the most memorable, Kim Tae-hwan came into the show with a long list of past careers. Born in 1992, he was first known as a successful model, appearing in high-end fashion magazines and walking runways internationally. Later, he branched out into acting, landing roles in dramas like My Amazing Boyfriend and The Bride of Habaek. Most recently, he had been working as a DJ and running an underground nightclub in Itaewon, showing a completely different side of his personality. On the island, his mix of confidence, emotional maturity, and artistic background gave him an edge, especially in his early connection with Bae Ji-yeon. After the show ended, he returned to nightlife and creative projects, and fans continue to follow his work in both music and fashion. Another strong presence with a very different energy, Kook Dong-ho stood out right away for his quiet confidence. At 30 years old, he works as a certified public accountant and has no entertainment background at all. He came off as serious and reserved at first, but viewers gradually got to see a warmer, more playful side. His connection with Kim A-rin quickly became one of the key storylines of the season. Together, they left the island as a couple, and their dynamic was one of the few that felt both fun and steady. Since the show ended, he's mostly stayed under the radar, sharing very little about his private life and focusing on his job. Still, fans keep up with him online, curious to see if he'll open up more in the future. The boldest newcomer to walk into Inferno, Jang Tae-oh, also known as Jang Tae-oh, brought acting experience and a direct approach to everything he did. Born in 1994, he had already earned recognition for his role in Appa, Malaysia's first anti-scam film. That performance even won him an award at the 2024 Asia International Film Festival. On the show, he called himself a bulldozer in love, which matched his approach to dating: straightforward, confident, and sometimes a little too intense. Though he didn't leave the island in a relationship, he left an impression. After the show aired, he returned to acting and began promoting his film work more actively, likely using the momentum from his Inferno appearance to take on bigger projects. Someone whose laid-back personality balanced out the energy of the group, Kim Jong-soo brought a sense of calm to the chaos. At 33 years old, he was the oldest male contestant and owned several cafes and bakery cafes in Seoul. His grounded nature and subtle sense of humor quickly made him a fan favorite, especially among viewers who preferred more mature contestants. he became close friends with Chung Yoo-jin on the show, though their relationship stayed platonic. After the show ended, he went right back to running his businesses and has occasionally shared updates on his locations and personal life. He avoided the spotlight for the most part, but stayed in touch with fans through social media. Another contestant with a background that surprised people, Yuk Jun-seo, brought a unique mix of military discipline and artistic flair. Born in 1996, he had previously served as a UDT Underwater Demolition Team soldier, one of the toughest units in the Korean military. After his service, he pivoted completely, opening his own art studio and taking on small acting roles. He even appeared in the Netflix series Sweet Home Seasons 2 and 3. On the island, he connected early with Lee Si-an, and their bond remained one of the strongest through to the end. They left the island as a couple, and fans followed their story closely, even after filming wrapped. Jun-seo has continued to grow his art career and seems to be testing the waters in acting and creative projects. One of the most mysterious additions to the cast, and Jung-hoon joined the show mid-season as a game changer and instantly shook things up. Though his exact age wasn't confirmed on the show, he's believed to be in his early 30s. He runs a 2-story restaurant and pub in the Apgujeong-dong area of Seoul, and unlike most of the cast, he had almost no public presence before Inferno. Viewers were drawn to his quiet confidence and thoughtful way of expressing himself, especially during his late-season connection with Kim Hye-jin. By the end of the show, the two decided to leave together, and many fans were rooting for their low-key chemistry. Since then, Jung-hoon has returned to running his restaurant, but has also gained a following of curious fans who want to know more about his off-screen life. That's everyone from Singles Inferno Season 4. Whether you were rooting for certain couples or just watching for the tension, this cast kept things interesting from start to finish. They came from different places and walks of life, but for a short time, they shared the same beach, the same rules, and the same chase for connection. Now that it's over, some have gone back to what they were doing, and some are still in the spotlight. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like and tell us who you think should come back for another season. Thanks for watching, and see ya.